Fun facts about parsley. This is a little herb with a very long history. It's been around so long, it was already ancient when the ancient Greeks were using it. That's saying something. Here are some of the most surprising and delightful facts about one of the world's most familiar herbs. And I will say at times, one of the most forgotten herbs. The Greeks wouldn't eat it. They held parsley in such tremendous reverence, it was not for cooking. To them, it was the herb of the dead, and they used it to decorate tombs, scatter at funerals, and weave garlands for graves. Greek warriors draped it around their horses before battle. If someone looked pale and unwell, the Greeks might remark that the person needed only parsley, meaning they had one foot in the grave. The idea of sprinkling it on dinner may have seemed very odd to the ancient Greeks, but the Romans changed everything. Leave it to the Romans to look at a funeral herb and think, this might be delicious. Roman soldiers began eating parsley to mask the smell of garlic on their breath before meeting with dignitaries, and it gradually made its way into the Roman kitchen. They also made garlands to wear to banquets, and they believed it helped prevent intoxication. Whether this worked or not doesn't really matter because the parties were going to go on regardless. It took a very long time to germinate, and so people had a lot of theories on why. Before modern seed science, parsley's notoriously slow germination, sometimes taking 3 to 6 weeks, inspired all kinds of creative explanations. The most popular was that parsley seeds had to travel to the devil and back 7 times before they could sprout. Some said 9 times. Some gardeners, apparently not wanting to negotiate with the devil at all, planted parsley on Good Friday on the theory that this particular day provided some spiritual connection against that arrangement. Others whispered that only witches and pregnant women could grow it successfully. The real explanation: parsley seeds contain compounds that inhibit germination and require patient, consistent moisture. It's considerably less dramatic, but no less interesting. It's also a medical herbal powerhouse. For most of its history, parsley was considered far more valuable as medicine than food. Medieval herbalists used it for everything from kidney stones to digestive complaints and to inducing menstruation. And we still can use it for those things. The science is still there. Nicholas Culpeper, the 17th century English herbalist, had an opinion about everything and declared parsley useful for stomach, the kidneys, the liver, the spleen, and eyesight. And he was not entirely wrong. Parsley is genuinely rich in vitamin C, K, iron, and antioxidants, and has a documented diuretic and anti-inflammatory properties. The medieval herbalists were working without clinical trials, but not without observation. It was also once a crown. Winners in the ancient Isthmian and Nemean Games, an athletic competition held in Greece alongside the more famous Olympics, were not crowned with olive wreaths, but with wreaths of wild parsley. It was considered a high honor. All right, so how parsley went from a funeral herb to a warrior crown to a medical treasure to a sprig of green that people push on the side of the plates is one of culinary history's more melancholy trajectories. By the 20th century, curly parsley in particular had become most universally ignored as a plate decoration. A green afterthought added to meals, mostly out of habit. Food historians have called it perhaps the most disrespected edible herb in Western cooking. A flat-leaf Italian parsley has fared considerably better, becoming a genuine culinary staple in Mediterranean cooking, which raises the interesting possibility that the curly variety simply needed better representation. It has more vitamin C than an orange. It freshens breath. It grows in every continent except Antarctica. So, although parsley originated in the Mediterranean region, probably Sardinia or possibly southern Greece, it has been so thoroughly adopted by so many cultures over the centuries that it now grows in gardens and is in cuisines all over the world. It's used fresh and dried in Lebanese tabbouleh, Italian salsa verde, French perosolade, Argentinian chimichurri, and 100 of other preparations. It's traveled further and fed more people and appeared in more recipes. So give this powerhouse herb a little bit more attention, because it is there and it is powerful and it is something that you want on your plate.